Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Coffee Time with Grandpa. I am Grandpa, and I am going to talk today about a very sensitive topic. Uh, I really had a hard time filming this episode of Coffee Time with Grandpa because it deals with grief. Today, the subject matter is so sensitive because I have lived through it many, many, many times. I've lost dear friends in high school. I have lost dear friends that were lifetime, uh, uh, that I grew up with, lifetime people that I have grown up with. I have lost all my family members. So, by no way am I an expert on the art of dealing with grief when you lose someone, a loved one in your family or a friend. But I try to relate my life experiences to this subject matter to help other senior citizens out that may be going through the same thing that I have gone through often in life. Um, it's just one of those things that you really have to talk about because one of the keys to dealing with grieving is to talk to somebody about it. Get it off of your chest and whatever is on your mind, and why you're having such a hard time getting over a loved one that you have lost in the past. It's a very sad moment in your time in your life when you lose your mother or your grandfather or grandfather, even your great grandparents. Even if you lose somebody that's just a friend, it does impact your life tremendously. And it just depends on how to how you are dealing with your grief when you lose a friend or a family member. How to survive that grief is one of the most important things you could ever learn in life because you will face it at some point. Many of you that are senior citizens have already gone through the grieving process. There's technical terms, and I know when I was doing the research on this, uh, a lot of people had different opinions about how to deal with grief. They broke it down in different processes and steps 1 through 4, or steps 1 through 5, or steps 1 through 12, and made it so technical that it kind of just loses you when you try to understand grief. My interpretation of grief as a senior citizen, and believe me, I have gone through it many, many times, and each time it was different. Each time it was, some was more severe than others because it does depend on how close you are to that person that has passed away. That is another key, is when you're very close to a loved one that you've taken care of and cared for in their final years. You develop a relationship with that soul, and that relationship will hit you like a ton of bricks. It's just so sad. Now, when you're dealing with the passing of a friend, that you were friends with, and it's a little bit easier to get by with the grief on that. But when you're dealing with severe, sudden grief, the unexpected grief that hits you into your life, it's really a horrible feeling to go through, and it will take time. The key to surviving grief like that is give yourself time. Give yourself time to grieve on your timetable, nobody else's. Uh, Continue your life, and try to bring joy into your life during those grieving times, because don't withdraw and become lonely, and grieve on your own. Always seek out a friend or another family member to talk to about it and to cherish that life that you had with that individual. And you will eventually, through the healing of time, you will eventually get through it. It just takes time. Uh, the psychologists, they always say that there's a five method. They give five suggestions or five stages of grief, and that is denial, anger, time, depression, and acceptance. I have somewhat agree with some of these, but not all. Okay, when you're in denial of of a loss of a loved one, it's because that loved one meant more than life to you, especially if it was your husband or if it was your wife uh, that you were really close to. It just takes time. Eventually, that denial will turn into anger, okay? And you will be mad. Why did he leave me? Or why did she leave me? Why did she have to die? She was such a good person. Why, God? You seem to always blame God or your whatever your belief system is. You always seem to blame that person. But the only way to get through that is by giving it time. Time to heal all wounds. It takes time, and this is what you have to adapt that to your stages of grieving. Okay, depression usually hits along with that, but you just have to work through the pain. Working through the pain will eventually you'll get to a point where you can accept the death and you can go on with your life. Do things to make you happy. It will take time. Take care of yourself while you're going through this grieving process. Don't go through it alone. Always talk to a friend or family member to get you through those rough spots. Don't go through it alone. It's always never a good idea to do anything alone. Try to get back to living your normal life again. And eventually you will get out of that hole you're in and you will survive it and you will continue your life happily. I hope this has helped you. I know this was a very sad topic that I chose, but I chose it because a lot of senior citizens go through this process, and believe me, I am with you because I have gone through this process countless times. I have been by the bedside of people that have passed away in my life that were very important. I've lost my mother. I've lost my father. I've lost my grandmother. I've lost my sister. That was my last time. And I've lost a lot of people that I went to high school with. It just seems like every other month somebody passes away that you knew personally. And I'm here to tell you that you will get through it and you will be able to live life again once you go through this grieving process. I hope these tips were helpful to you, and I am praying for you. I always pray for everybody that needs prayer. If you're going through a grieving process, leave a comment, like, share, and leave that comment that you're going through this right now, and I will pray for you. I hope everybody's going to have a great time. Sending love and blessings from Grandpa. Bye bye. Blessed be. And see you next time. Bye.